Okay, we're going to be testing the surgical mask that Carolyn made us. I'm going to put it on now. This is Karen. Say hi, Karen.
Hello. All right. Let's have you put your mask on and we'll start the test.
So I'm going to tie this pretty tight on the top of my head. And this was already on, so it should be pretty much molded to my face. I'm going to make sure this is tight. I'm not giving you the finger. I have a tendon injury. I'm going to pull that down, make sure this is on my nose pretty good.
Right, you want to make sure you have good seal over the bridge of your nose.
Here, and then this, you want to make sure that this is down enough. That feels good.
Okay, and we're going to put that hood on, pull toward the front so we can do our sprays. So now we're using our test solution, so we don't want you to get that real strong bitter taste. So I'm going to spray you here, and then we time 30 seconds, so just normal breathing for this first 30 seconds. Now we want to make sure you're not.
Normal breathing is so much fun.
Yeah, just normal breathing. And then just making sure that you're not getting that real strong bitter taste. So it's normal to have some of that residual in the back of your throat, but we don't want you to get that real strong bitter sensation.
What you doing to it?
We're doing a little video here.
Oh, fabulous.
So now we're still gonna spray.
He's got something fancy. Look at him.
Yeah. So we're still doing normal breathing, so just make sure you let me know if at any point in time you taste the bitter, otherwise we'll keep going with our test.
I don't taste any bitter, but these masks are very powerful and strong, so it's hard to breathe anyway.
Yeah.
I don't taste anything.
That's the thing with the N95s. They're really holding in, so you're not getting those airborne illnesses and particles. So now we are doing some deep breathing. So about every 10 seconds or so, take a little deep breath in. And we'll do that for our next part.
My second deep breath, I don't really taste anything.
Nothing? Good. So we're still going to have you doing some deep breathing. So these type of masks are meant to filter out 95% of airborne illnesses and particles. This is how we do all of our N95 fit testing so that we know if you are getting the correct protection you need to filter out those particles.
It feels almost exactly the minor taste that I would have almost is exactly what I had with the N95.
Okay.
It's nothing what I would even consider it a problem.
Okay, so now we're going to have you turning your head from side to side, so just kind of back and forth from side to side. And then we just have you do different things to make sure that when you're moving, talking, breathing, doing everything that you'd be doing normally in a patient room, that you're not, that mask isn't moving around, so you're not getting that bitter taste. So just side to side. Again, unfortunately with the N95s, it does become harder to breathe out of after a while because it is giving you that really good filtering, so you're not getting your normal breathing in there.
Yeah, I'm physically trying to get the taste in my mouth and I can't.
Okay, good. That is a good sign. Okay, so now we are going to have you doing your head up and down. So just kind of looking up, looking down, looking up, looking down. And this is the one sometimes where people have problems if they look up and they have any gapping under their chin, or if the mask isn't fitting across the bridge of your nose. This one usually tells us, you know, if there's problems there. So as long as you aren't tasting it, that is good.
I think if I pushed it down on my chin just repeatedly, I can't imagine it would get through. I think the more I do this, I don't taste anything, but I can see how it would slip past the chin.
Yeah.
So it's a good reminder anyway that we should always be making sure the fit is good.
Right, you always, and that's one of the things now that we're telling people, the seal check is the most important. So when you're putting the mask on, make sure you're putting it on properly, taking the time to make sure it's sealed properly across the bridge of your nose, under your chin. You want to get that seal. Make sure that you have that really good seal, because that's what's going to give you the protection. So let me get you a passage to read. So we have you read this passage so that we can make sure as you're talking and whatnot, you're still having the protection. So go ahead and read that out loud for me.
You wish to know all about my grandfather. Well, he is nearly 93 years old, yet he still thinks as swiftly as ever. He dresses himself in an old black frock coat, usually several buttons missing. A long beard clings to his chin, giving those who observe him a pronounced feeling of the utmost respect.
Spray you as you read.
When he speaks, his voice is just a bit cracked and quivers a bit. Twice each day he plays skillfully and with zest upon a small organ. Except in the winter, when the snow or ice prevents, he slowly takes a short walk in the open air each day. We have often urged him to walk more and smoke less, but he always answers, "Banana oil." Grandfather likes to be modern in his language.
Perfect. Still nothing?
Nothing.
Perfect. Okay, so now you're going to just lean forward a little bit, just kind of staying so your knees are on your elbows, just kind of staying bent forward a bit. And this too is meant to, like, if you're bending forward, which you probably do in your job there. So still spraying the bitter tasting spray. Still no bitter
I would
taste.
imagine if I have a bitter taste in my mouth, I'd be able to taste it on my teeth, my tongue, everything. And
Oh yeah, it would get like right on your lips. You would, because most people, if we're doing the test and they taste it, they're like, oh yeah, you know, and they start like gagging or you know whatnot. And so now this is the last minute of the test. We're back to normal breathing, and we just kind of have you sit back up. Just make sure that no bitter taste is there. Want to make sure you have that really good seal. And that's the thing. So with any mask, you want to make sure you have that good seal. So if somebody were to use these, good seal across the nose, tight across the bottom. If it starts to loosen up, you just want to tie it up again. You know, because the straps will loosen over time. So you just want to make sure you have that really good snug fit at all times. That's making that mask the most effective, is to have that good seal on there.
And you're spraying that right over my mask, and I'm taking a deep breath in when you spray it, and I'm not really getting anything, so.
Yep. And we're doing the test spray, and this is a new, I just filled it with this test spray this morning, so we have brand new testing solution, so you are all good with the strong stuff. So we are all done.
Perfect.
Perfect. So that seemed to work well. Excellent.